this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we are doing whole numbers and we're going to learn about estimation. Now there's two types of estimation we're going to talk about. The first is estimation by sampling. Now this is counting a small portion of the group and using that to estimate the whole group. Okay, and the second type of estimation is using rounding. So we'll round each number to the leading digit, which is the first digit, and then calculate from there. So I'm going to show you both of those methods today. So in the examples, number one, we want to practice rounding to the nearest 10. Okay, so remember we've got the ones digit and the tens digit. So if we know where the tens digit is, the digit afterwards, if it is 5 or above, we have to round this number up one. If it's not, if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so if it's below 5, then it will just stay as a 7. So in this case, it is 5 and up, it's an 8 here. So that would round up to become 80. Okay, let's do this again in B. Here's my tens digit, so ones, tens. The number after it this time is lower than 5. So all we do is going to change this to a 0. So it'll change to 2, 7, 3, 0. Now I should say that these are approximately equal to because they've rounded them, haven't they? So let's put approximately equals to sign. Okay, and for C, 52,085. So my tens digit is an 8. The number afterwards is a 5. So I'm going to have to round this up one to become 52,090. All right. Question 2, we want to round to the nearest 100. So we're looking at the hundreds digit now. So ones, tens, hundreds. The number after it, again, if it's larger than a 5 or 5 or larger, we're going to round this up. So it's an 8, so we have to round up 5, 5, 0, 0. All right. And for B, ones, tens, hundreds, the number after it is below 5. So these are going to change to zeros. 1, 3, 2, 0, 0. All right, question 3. Use sampling to estimate the number of fish. So we want to break this diagram here, these fish randomly swimming around the page. We want to break it into smaller groups. So using a ruler, I'm going to break this into 4 groups. So we're about halfway, I think is about here. Cut it in half this way. And in half this way. Is that about half? Okay. So then what we want to do is to select one of the squares, one of the boxes that we've made, and count the number of fish in that box. So let's choose this one here. Now, if it has more than half of the fish, we're going to count it. So this one is going to be included because it's only cut off a bit of its tail. This one's only a little bit of its mouth. So that fish is in this box, okay? This one, it's close, but I think he belongs in the lower box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fish in that box. So using that to approximate the whole number, if that box has 6, but I have 4, I would times that by 4, and that tells me that I should have about 6 times 4, which is 24 fish. Okay, so we can sit there and count them all if you want to and see how close we got. Question 4, this time we want to estimate by rounding to the leading digit. So that just means the very first digit in the number. So these ones are both hundreds. We want to round this to the nearest 100. So the 4 is beneath 5, so it's going to round down. So we'll round this down to be 500, so approximately equal to, minus, now this leading digit The next number is an 8, so we'll round this one up to be 300. Okay, so that is a much easier subtraction. 500 minus 300 is 200. Now we don't need to write approximately equals again because 200 is exactly what 500 minus 300 is. So we can write a normal equal sign for that. All right, let's do this again for B. Round each of these numbers to the leading digit. So the 2000, the 2 is my leading digit. The number afterwards is less than 5, so we're just going to change all these to zeros to be 2000. Over, on the bottom, our leading digit is the 4, and again, this is below 5, so 400. Okay, approximately. I keep forgetting to write the approximate equal, don't I? Okay, then we want to divide these numbers. Now, zeros, if there's a 0 on the top and the bottom, we can cross those off. So we're just left with 20 divided by 4, which is 5. So this number, 2,389, is approximate, divided by 416 is approximately 5. All right, so that's the end of my little explanation today. Time for you to have a practice. So these are just like what we've just gone through. So pause the video and have a go with these questions. In question 1, round to the nearest 10. So our tens digit is the 8. This is less than 5, so that will become 780. In B, my tens digit is a 3. This is above 5 this time, so I have to round that up to become a 4. So 5, 1, 8, 4, 0. For 2, rounding to the nearest 100. So 1s, 10s, 100. This is my hundreds. So it's a 5. I need to round this up to become 400. Again, 1s, 10s, 100s is here. The number below it is an 8, so I need to round this up to become a 3. 6, 9, 1 all stays the same, but then 3, 0, 0. Question 3, estimate by rounding to the leading digit. So my leading digit in this number is a 6. After that, I have a 7, so I want to round that up to be 70,000. Plus, this leading digit is a 2. This number will round down, so that will become 20,000. Minus, my leading digit's a 4. The 9 is going to round that up to become 50,000. So, much simpler now. 70,000 plus 20,000 minus 50,000. 70 plus 20 is going to be 90,000, and 90 minus 50 is 4 or 40,000. So you can go 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 minus 5 is 4, and then just all the thousands. Okay, again for B, rounding to the leading digit. The 3 is the leading digit. Afterwards we have a 2, so that will stay as 3,000. Times by this time, 71. 7 is the leading digit. 1 is going to round down, so that becomes 70. Now to multiply big numbers, what we do is multiply the numbers at the front. 3 times 7 is 21. And then all the zeros, the 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, collect up afterwards like that. So 210,000. Question 4, we want to use sampling to estimate the number of, it says people, it should say ants. We have ants walking around there. So we're going to use our little grid. Try to approximate where halfway is. Now with estimating this kind of thing, there is always a little bit of room for error. But if you can show what you have done and it looks reasonable, then you'll be getting the answer right on any test that you might have. Okay, so I think halfway is about there. Okay. All right, so we pick a box of ants. Actually, mine might not quite be in center, so mine might be a little bit out here. I'm going to choose this box here. So in this box, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just on this side. 5, 6, 7, 8 ants. Okay, so if I do 8 ants times by 4, for the 4 boxes that I've made, would give me an estimate of 32 ants. All right, and the last question, number 5. A book has 874 pages and there are approximately 350 words per page. Use leading digit rounding to estimate the number of words in the book. Okay, so 874 pages, if we round that to the leading digit, so it's going to round up to 900. So there's approximately 900 pages in the book. Each page has about 315 words. Rounding that to the leading digit would round down to 300. Now, 900 pages, 300 words per page. If we times that together, that would tell us the number of words in the book. So multiplying the big numbers, 9 times 3 is 27. And 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros in the answer. So we would expect 270,000 words in the book. And that's the end of my lesson today on estimation. Join me next time for some revision of our whole number topic. Bye.